You had no communication with the Secret Service at all on that Saturday?
Not until after the shooting.
And by then?
It was too late.
The ongoing story and analysis of the assassination attempt on Donald Trump continues to evolve and present peculiar anomalies. I've seen in legacy media spaces and in liberal quarters online the conspiracy theory that people think it was a false flag event staged by Trump and the Trump campaign, that it was a shattered piece of the teleprompter that cut his ear, that it was Trump's team themselves that told Secret Services to stand down. So this is an issue where groups and communities that would have dismissed any non-sanctioned information during the pandemic or around war as conspiracy theory. What do you mean NATO have been impeding Soviet territory? That's a conspiracy theory. What do you mean these vaccines haven't been tested for anti-transmission qualities? That's a conspiracy theory. What do you mean they cause myocarditis? That's a conspiracy theory. Suddenly now, conspiracy theories are more interesting to them. But Dan Bongino is a person that's been, has significant experience in this area. Listen to Bongino's post saying that there's new information. Secret Service counter-sniper assets were routinely denied to the USS Donald Trump detail if the locations weren't within driving distance. We can't send counter-sniper assets. That's miles away. Shocking piece of information, according to our man Bongino, and further evidence that something unusual happened that day. Let's have a look at this SWAT officer saying that they had no comms at the most pertinent and relevant times, i.e. before Donald Trump was shot.
We were supposed to get a face-to-face briefing with the Secret Service snipers whenever they arrived, and that never happened. So I think that was probably a pivotal point where I started thinking things were wrong, because that never happened, and we had no communication with the Secret Service.
You had no communication with the Secret Service at all on that Saturday?
Not until after the shooting.
And by then?
It was too late.
Also, a former Secret Service director admits that all text messages sent by the Secret Service on January 6th were deleted. On January the 6th, were deleted due to data migration. Again, we're talking a lot today about the management of information. Kamala Harris, the information is being managed in this way. Positively. Donald Trump, the information is being managed in this way. You can't Google search his name, which seems kind of odd. I mean, we'll have to check that out. But it did seem to be the case, didn't it, on the basis of those stills. January 6th, a very particular story, a very particular iteration of that event is being rendered. And now, when it comes to the assassination attempt, more division, more doubt. I would say that the division in itself is evidence that we need decentralized forms of government that are more complicit and representative, that don't need to be authoritarian in the way that they are inclined to become, using safety as a kind of mandate rather than a mandate derived from an electorate, and that no iteration of these kind of institutions is going to be successful for you or me. We need decentralized, unified opposition to the establishment that can incorporate and include people of different racial and cultural identities. But we ain't going to get that unless more people like our guest later this week, Phidias, get into positions of power. Let's have a look now at this little bit of information about text messages being deleted with regard to Jan 6 before showing you some interesting new footage from July the 13th and the events there in Butler. Apparently, the police had buildings surrounded for over a minute prior to the shooter opening fire. Let's have a look, first of all, at those January 6 text messages, although we probably won't be able to because of data migration.
The 28-year veteran was on the team that evacuated Vice President Dick Cheney on 9/11, and she served on then Vice President Biden's protective detail. He named her director in mid-2022. Amid a swirl of controversy over the agency deleting nearly all of its text messages from January 6th, the agency says that was due to a data migration.
System migrations happen. But I think for a lot of Americans, it just doesn't pass the smell test, given the timing and the volume of messages deleted.
Well, it's unfortunate that would be the assumption that people would make. Our integrity is everything, and there was nothing nefarious attached to that.
Oh dear, those were in the good old days when dear Kim had a job. I felt so sorry for her watching that unfold, man. Just like, oh, this is a person that's in real trouble. Let's have a look at this new footage that suggests that buildings were surrounded prior to the shooting, and that perhaps could have prevented the shooting.
If he was doing the job, I wouldn't even be doing this.
There's fucking cops surrounding this whole entire fucking building right now.
There's something going on in this building.
Instead, I'm here with you fighting like hell to get a senator elected and to make sure
Oh my God.
we get back to the White House, because if we do, we're going to make America.
There's somebody in this building.
We're going to make it. And it's not easy, because we have millions and millions of people in our country that shouldn't be here. Dangerous people. Criminals. We have criminals. We have drug dealers. We have people that should not be here. And it's much frustrating. In recorded history, we're the best order. In fact, if they could ever put up a chart, I don't know if they could do it. You guys have access to that chart, but I love somebody. You don't mind if I go off teleprompter, do you? This is not going to be just as we go over here and try and explain it. Oh, it is hot. You guys are doing it. They're getting better with time. My guys, take a look at that chart. Take a look at the arrow at the bottom. See the big red arrow, right? So that's what I left off. That was the lowest point, and that comes right from the government services. Comes right out of Border Patrol. Take a look at it. So that arrow is the lowest amount of illegal immigration ever in recorded history. And then the word presidency in the history of our country took over.
Make yourself small, bro. I don't know what's going on.
This story will continue to unfold and reveal to us, I suppose, not just how this incident may have been managed or mismanaged, but how power more broadly and generally will deploy any number of resources to ensure that its agenda, however nefarious, can be met. What a tale. What a time we live in. Hopefully, amidst all of this confusion, disorientation, and berserk and bizarre extraordinary stuff, we can find ways to align and oppose the interests that seek to control us by dividing us. But that's just what I think. Why don't you let me know what you think in the comments and chat? Give us a like, give us a subscribe. Let me know what you think about these peculiar unfolding events. We can't continue to bring you this beautiful content without the support of our partners. Are you struggling with back taxes or unfiled returns? The IRS is escalating collections, adding, get this, 20,000 new agents and sending over 5 million collection letters to kick off 2024 to spend on things that you probably don't agree with, like wars and measures and a total lack of infrastructure. In these challenging times, your best defense is Tax Network USA. Don't let the IRS take advantage of you. With over 14 years of experience, Tax Network USA have saved their clients over $1 billion in back taxes. No matter the size of your tax issue, their expertise is your advantage. They specialize in negotiating with the IRS, aiming to significantly reduce your debt. Tax Network USA doesn't just negotiate, they also protect your assets from IRS seizures and manage your yearly returns for ongoing compliance. Importantly, they are licensed to help you with all state tax issues, regardless of where you live in the United States. The clock is ticking. Don't wait as the IRS steps up its game. Seize control of your financial future now. Contact Tax Network USA for immediate relief and expert guidance. Call 1-800-245-6000 or visit taxnetworkusa.com/brand. Don't let tax issues overpower you. Turn to Tax Network USA and find your path to financial peace of mind. Hey, thanks for watching. If you want to see more uncensored content where free speech can flourish, join our live stream. Click the link right here to watch the next video if you want to, or become a member of a growing movement. Download the Rumble app and you'll be informed every time we make a new piece of content. Stay free.